premier television sports show. Coming to you from Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Welcome in, folks, to the Sportsbook at L'Auberge. This is the SoundOff Chamber. That would be Kevin Guidry.
Yes.
I don't get the garb, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the Pels.
The Pelicans, they're doing pretty well. Pelicans?
They don't stand a chance against OKC. That's later on in the week.
Support your state team, Rick. Come on, man.
Jammed up.
Come on now.
You'll root for the Pelicans, but you won't root for the Saints. I don't get that. That's between him and I. A jammed up program, a jammed up
right
SoundOff early in the week. Of course, Guidry Cerro, normally the guy in the middle. That will be our elder statesman, Scooter
Mr. Hobbs.
Is still on injured reserve. We hope to have him back in a couple of weeks. Of course, SoundOff presented to you by L'Auberge Casino Resort and by Lundy Law of Lake Charles.
Great partner.
That's our L club. You get it?
It is.
L'Auberge,
LL.
Lundy,
I got you.
You got it?
I got it, baby.
Come
on, Rick. We good, man.
All right, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right,
I'm always ready.
Before we get into the NFL draft, we got James Landreneau from the McNeese Cowgirls coming in to talk about their red-hot team.
They're hot.
All the stuff with the draft and everything. LSU wins a national championship in women's gymnastics.
Can you believe that?
Hold on. Women's gymnastics, first ever. I thought sure they won it. Yeah, I thought they had won it in the past.
Never won one?
Never won a national title. Won a lot of conference. Anyway, you get me off the point. Congratulations.
Okay.
Great win.
Yes.
National championship. So now Jay Clark has
a national. Fourth year?
He has a national championship. Jay Johnson has a national championship.
I know where you're
going
with this.
Has a national
I know where you're
championship.
going with this, okay?
Now, from your side,
you know I'm hot.
You're going to put even more pressure on Brian Kelly to win a national championship.
You don't think he feels it?
Not at all. Are you crazy?
Really?
Are you nuts?
Come on, Rick, he's going into his fourth year now?
Third.
Yeah, third. Okay, look. Let me just say this for the record. It is. But I think he knows. Though.
I just had to get that out.
He knows, though.
I had to get that out.
He definitely knows.
All right. Let's get into the draft. All right. This is one of my favorite weeks, of course, the NFL draft coming up later on in the week. It is. You've got the New Orleans Saints picking 14th.
Yeah.
Look, Mickey Loomis, his MO for the years he's been running the franchise, hardly ever trades down.
No.
He will move up. Okay, but hardly ever. I think they're going to stay at 14.
They better.
And I think they're going to go greatest need, which is offensive tackle.
Yeah, Rick,
There's a lot of great tackles in this draft.
I get that too, Rick. But you know what? The Saints, Rick, and we've said this for years, Rick, man. There comes a point in time where you've got to look at what's best for your organization. And if it's a playmaker, Rick, Rick, let me say this.
But you got playmakers.
Yeah, but do you really?
Do you
really?
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute. You jump, but no, you're arguing against offensive tackle?
I'm not arguing against offensive tackle. I'm not. That's a prime. That's a position. That's a position.
You can't do anything without the
you can't. But Rick, do you have any playmakers really on offense?
Yes. Olave, Shaheed, Taysom Hill.
Rick, you know what I mean when I say
Kendrick Miller is coming back.
The difference, maybe we misunderstand each other.
Let me lay this argument out.
When I say playmakers, I don't mean do good. I'm talking about a game changer. We don't have that, Rick.
Okay. Let me lay the argument for offensive
tackle. I'm talking about a game changer.
Brian Ramczyk has some kind of knee issue.
That
could unless he responds, could very well end his career.
No, it could.
Andrus Peat, the left tackle, left for free agency. Trevor Penning is still unknown.
He's young.
Remember him?
He is young.
This is going to be his third year, Kevin.
So
they need an offensive tackle.
Look, Rick,
now.
I am not arguing that, Rick. That is a prime position for any quarterback that needs to stay upright.
Yes.
I will not argue that, Rick.
Right.
But, Rick, there comes a point in time when do you say to yourself, you're going to get that offensive tackle.
Okay.
You need a game changer, Rick.
All right. I said it for the last month. If Georgia tight end Brock Bowers somehow falls to 14, this man is a game changer. I'm not saying they should take him,
good.
But boy, that's going to be a lure that I don't know if they can pass up.
Rick,
Brock Bowers?
I just keep saying in my mind, when is the Saints going to get somebody that's going to be a game changer?
I think Chris Olave is a game changer. I think Taysom Hill, used right, is a game changer. I think Shaheed, with 2 years under the belt, can be a game changer. Listen to this. The new OC, Clint Kubiak.
Yeah.
What team is he coming from? The 49ers. Who was one of their big weapons? George Kittle's at tight end. Think about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
if
I get
Bowers
that,
is
but,
there.
But, Rick, let's be honest now. You're talking about the 49ers. Look at the weapons they had, Rick. Come on now, Rick. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Are you kidding me, Rick?
I got it, but
my thing is this, Rick. Offensive line, if he's there, take him, Rick. But, Rick, you need a game changer, Rick.
Okay, let's get off that subject. The defense, Brian Bursay is back. Brian Bursay at D-line interior is coming back. Carl Granderson's coming back. And they added Chase Young. I think the secondary is solid, and they added the big one is the speedy linebacker from the Chiefs, Willie Gay. I think their defense is in pretty good shape.
Chase Young ended up leaving the Commanders because of what injuries?
He had some injury issues.
Doesn't that bother you?
No, he was. You were hurt at times. He goes to the 49ers. He has a pretty solid year. He's a one-year deal with the Saints.
He's got to be.
One-year plug and play, baby.
He's got to be, Rick.
Plug and play.
He's got to be.
All right,
I'm
you're
just
talking.
Like
You're talking
you
about
though.
playmakers. You don't like Kamara coming back if his head is right. You don't like Olave, Shaheed, Jawan
There's
Johnson.
one person you hadn't mentioned yet, and you keep avoiding it.
Michael Thomas is
no,
gone.
No,
We're
Michael
rid of
Thomas is gone.
Who?
But there's one person you just keep avoiding.
Oh, here we go. Derek Carr. Are you talking about Derek Carr?
You keep avoiding Derek Carr. You keep avoiding. What is he going to contribute to this, Rick? What is he going to contribute to this, Rick? What is he?
They brought in the former Aggie quarterback, Kellen Mond. You love a dual threat. He's young. He'll compete for the backup
role. You know he's
role.
not even going to play, Rick. Okay,
You're so
we both
anti-Derek Carr.
We both know that guy's not even going to play.
They're not going to get into the quarterback derby.
No.
They don't have the capital. They can't
Derek Carr, at some point in time, Rick, you've got to put this Saints team on your back and say, look, guys, come on. Let me see what I can do.
Give him another year.
Okay.
You can catch all this draft
it's a lot.
debate and the NBA playoffs at the Max Bar and Grill at the National in Westlake.
Yes.
Do that while you're chowing down on some of the best food in the region, all your favorites, steaks, burgers, catfish, seafood, po' boys, gumbos. The Max is second to none for tasty cocktails at the bar.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at Le Berge Lake Charles.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite.
It's less filling, Miller Lite.
Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a Roto-Rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all: plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Welcome back to the Sportsbook at Le Berge. They're going to have the NBA playoffs. They're going to have Astros baseball. They're also going to have NFL draft. I got to wonder, can you bet on the NFL draft? Can you do parlays on the NFL draft? I would think so. Wouldn't you think Vegas would run on odds on who's number 1, number 2, number 10?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Yeah.
It's all down here at the Sportsbook.
Did we talk anything about women's WNBA?
Getting to that.
Okay.
Maybe in Thursday's show. That's
okay,
right.
Thursday show will be good because we got a lot to say about that too.
That's a good. Let me get through this here.
Yes.
Of course, SoundOff presented to you by J&J Exterminating, serving Louisiana for over 50 years.
Always.
And also by locally owned and operated Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana.
Great partner.
Expert plumbing. You know the name, Roto-Rooter.
Yes.
They do water cleanup as well. Call them Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana. All right. Thursday's show, we're going to get into the voodoo story, moving from Lake Charles to Lafayette. That's in Thursday.
That was quick-lived, Rick, wasn't it?
We didn't give a chance to get them anybody on the show. They're here and gone. All right, so that's Thursday. Also, we'll get into Will Wade and the Cowboys adding to his roster and adding to the schedule. He picked up 2 big transfers.
He did.
That's in Thursday's show.
He did.
Okay? Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk Red Hot Cowgirls softball with head coach James Landreneau.
They're doing a heck of a job.
Under a roof, we're going to do that as well.
Heck of a job.
I cannot believe this is why I think you've taken too many hits to the head. I cannot believe you haven't noticed. You just noticed it. You just know he hates the Tulane
Rick,
Green Wave.
You know what, Rick? I looked at it, but I said, well, maybe he's trying to set something up here a little bit different. I don't know what he's doing, but I didn't want to interfere with the set, Rick. I didn't, but I looked. I said, well, maybe he's just trying something a little bit different. I don't want to.
We're gonna have to do a game one time, especially when Hobbs is here.
We're
I don't know. Put some money under one of the helmets and do that little moving helmet.
We're gonna have to. That was too funny.
I don't know where
but
my
I saw it,
brain's
Rick.
at. All
I saw
right.
it.
Before we get on the LSU Tigers in the NFL draft,
Yes.
spend a couple of seconds here on the Dallas Cowboys. They're picking 28. They have 3 picks, and in 3 in the top 150.
Yeah.
So think about that. The Dallas Cowboys are like nothing is high. I mean, it's like deep first round, deep second round, deep third round.
They've got so many unhappy players with the Cowboys, Rick, right now. You
Jerry
just can't
Jones has said numerous times on the I'm all in to win the Super Bowl. Crickets in free agency. Didn't bring in a top flight running back. Didn't bring in another receiver to help CD Lamb.
No.
Remember they lost that other running back, Pollard, right?
Yeah, he's gone. Pollard was,
I don't know who their playmakers are. You talking about a team needing a playmaker?
That's what I'm. But the thing is this, Rick. Everybody keep
Dallas Cowboys.
Everybody keep wanting to attach this horse to debt. That's not the problem. Debt is not the problem.
I don't think he's the problem.
But they keep wanting to say, well, you know what? Debt always get us there, and then he blows up.
They got an aging offensive line. Aging.
The thing is, you've got to put people around that want to be team players, man.
He's got one really playmaker.
CD Lamb and him fall out in the last game because CD Lamb didn't like the offensive setup. You can't go into a game with that, Rick. You got to have that already worked out, Rick, before you even step on the field, man.
Dallas Cowboys,
CD Lamb has been at the offensive coordinator because he didn't feel he had enough throws to him in the first half.
They don't have, they don't have a lot of draft capital, and they don't have a lot of money. They're paying
$60 million is way too much for that. $60 million is way too much. But, Rick, Jerry Jones has got problems with that Dallas Cowboy, and I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't fix it, he's going to be in the same situation he was last year, Rick.
All right, let's get on the LSU Tigers in the draft. Jaden Daniels, he's going to be off the board very quickly, probably by the second pick. If the Commanders don't cut a deal and move or whatever, we can't. It's an interesting drama around Jaden Daniels. Check this out. The Commanders last week bring him to Washington along with Penix and J.J. McCarthy because they wanted to see how Daniels related around the other alpha dog quarterbacks.
What are you doing?
And he reportedly didn't like it.
Rick, would you like it?
I agree with it. I don't know what the Commanders think.
If you know right now on the mock draft board, I'm number 2. Everybody said number 2, and you have number 2 pick. What's the need for this?
The other side is that the Commanders just wanted to see how he, again, related to other guys.
That's uncomfortable.
I don't get it.
That's uncomfortable, Rick. I mean, that's like me, Rick.
He won the Heisman Trophy.
If I'm the number 1 defensive back coming out, Rick, you got 4 of the defensive backs.
They want you all in a room.
For what? For what?
I don't get it either.
I'm the man. I want it. I'm the man.
A ton of film on Daniels.
Rick,
leadership, toughness, character.
I don't know.
He's, in my opinion, the best quarterback
you
in the
never
draft.
know, Rick. But you never know, Rick, what these people are thinking sometimes. You never know.
I don't know either.
You really don't.
And
but
here's another little angle that's gaining speed this week. According to reports, his camp has let it be known he wants to play for the Las Vegas Raiders. I didn't know this. Antonio Pierce, the new coach, was on the staff when Daniels was at Arizona State. He was one of his high school coaches in Southern California, Antonio Pierce. So apparently they're tight. And he would like to team up.
I think he was there with Herm Edwards. Yes, he was.
Antonio Pierce, now the head coach of the Raiders. But the problem is the Raiders picked 13. They have nothing
That's too
to move
He's not going to be gone.
They would have to give away 5 first-round picks.
Yeah, for years to come.
To try to get up.
I did not know that, Rick. That's pretty interesting.
I didn't know that either. Antonio Pierce was in Arizona State and coached him in high school.
Wow.
Coached him in high school.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All right.
That's a good tidbit.
Daniels is going to go.
No, Daniels is going to go, Rick.
Probably number 2.
But my question is, Rick, is the right place for him the Commanders? Is that the right place for Daniels?
If they do it right and they build, yeah, I think so.
You know, a lot of times we talk about this on the last show,
so.
Rick. When you got quarterbacks that sometimes go to a team, go very high.
Yeah.
You know, that can pretty much ruin your career if you're not with the right team.
Check out the Thursday show. I got a little tidbit for you on the Thursday show about
I worry
quarterback.
about that, Rick.
Receiver. I think it's a toss-up between Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. in regards to who's the best. Harrison is very, very good.
Harrison is good, but Malik Neighbors has a different style set than Harrison. You know, for one, Harrison is going to be a possession-type receiver.
He doesn't have blazing speed.
That's my
but
point,
he's a
Rick.
big body.
That's how you threaten the defense. But, Rick, I get that,
unbelievable
Rick.
routes.
But, Rick, if you want to stretch a defense, I'm going with Malik.
I think it's Harrison at number 4 to the Cardinals, and I think Neighbors is number 5 to the Chargers.
You think so?
The Chargers gave away all their receivers.
I think Malik goes before him. Because right now, Rick,
you
want, depending on the team, Rick.
I don't think so.
If you want to stretch a defense, Rick, you got to go with Neighbors, man. You do.
I don't know. Brian Thomas, top 15 at least.
Brian is faster than both of them.
I don't know.
He's faster than both of them.
You might be right. He might go number 10 to the Jets if
He's
there's not a
faster
deal.
than both of them.
Coming up.
Yes.
Cowgirl softball coach James
Good
Landreneau.
to have Coach Landreneau
They are red hot blazing. When SoundOff comes back, stay right.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite.
It's less filling, Miller Lite.
Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
We are thrilled to have Cowgirl softball coach James Landreneau back with us on SoundOff in the guest chair.
All right. Yes.
Glad
to have Coach Landreneau with us.
We appreciate you coming in. Busy time, I know, tail end of the season. Holy smokes, you guys are blazing hot. So, make sure I get the numbers right, because you coaches always like to make sure Sarah is correct. All of y'all.
Well, you like to second guess a lot of decisions, sir.
Good, touche on it. I do. All right, 17-1 in the league, 33-15 overall. Did I get it right?
I think so.
Okay, you think so?
17-1.
17-1. Look, you've opened up a comfortable lead in the regular season in the Southern Conference race. You don't think it's comfortable? All right, I know we're going to get on Southeastern, but I mean, you're sweeping and you're sweeping and you're sweeping. The pitching seems to be solid. You've overcome some early season injuries.
Yeah.
But the bats, the offense, I mean, it's top to bottom. I mean, you're just getting the offense in all spots, it seems like.
Yeah, the last couple weeks, we've been able to add some stress 1 through 9. I think that's the biggest difference if you look at the first part of the season. Man, you know, we went through a 2-week spell where we dropped 60 points as a team.
Wow.
And then the recovery been, the maturity of some young people in the lineup. But yeah, we've been able to get production 1 through 9 right now, taking some stress off of certain kids, and it's been a little bit better to be able to, you know, we didn't have a problem getting traffic on bases. We just we're leaving UL game. I think we left 8 or 9 on base and lose a 2-1 game. Yeah. So that's what we've been a little bit better at. We matured at the plate. We're not pressing as much right now.
Wow. Coach, you know what? You've come on the show before and you said, Kevin, the one thing I like is scheduling games that's going to press me to be good and let me see how good I am. How big a factor has that played in the success as to what you guys have had now, Coach Landreneau.
Yeah, I think that early season stress matures you.
Yeah.
Right? We have some freshmen that are playing.
Unbeaten number one Oklahoma. What was their record like? They hadn't lost a game in 3 years or something
like 2 years,
Wow.
something like that, 70-something games.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, you know, just to be able to get on the field and have that kind of stress level, it's going to make you mature. And then you get exposed in certain areas. You go back in the film room. You got to keep their spirits up. But kind of say, hey, if we could get better in this area, we could compete at this level.
But Coach, you know, as in the last couple of years, you were able to early in the year get that big signature win, right?
Yeah.
Over a Washington, I believe it was Arizona, maybe.
A number of teams, to be honest.
You don't have the signature win, but you played Oklahoma tough in a game, and you played some other ones tough too, right?
Yeah, I mean, you played.
So there's some equity there.
We played LSU twice early in the season, 2-1 games, and had opportunities in the seventh to tie the game or take the lead, and fell a little short. Baylor's another team. We played a 3-2 game and played them well, and had opportunities, and that was the biggest thing. You sit there and talk with the team. So I felt like maybe we underperformed a little bit at times because we had, you know, to a lot of people it's moral victories. For us, it's, hey, we could have played better and we had a chance to win. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know what matters is how you can get your team ready for the end and make a run. That's what everybody's going to remember.
Coach, you know, in years past, Scooter, Rick, and I, we've talked about local teams. When we talk about men's baseball, you know, you got the Barbs, you got the Salfors, you got the Sam Houstons. Where is it that you go to get the players that you need? Is there a farm league here around Southwest Louisiana that you see? Is women's softball, is it growing? Is it getting better?
Yes, I definitely think the parity in the sport is getting better within the state. Obviously, you'll see Lexi Dibley, a local product, and Eric Nordwin, Briley Fontenot's another kid from Sam Houston High School.
You're talking high school now, not let's say collegiate. You're talking about high school talent.
Yeah. So, I mean, for us, you're talking about those guys. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You know, but for us, it's going out to tournaments, identifying what your needs are, and who's a good fit. You know, we have a formula. What we're looking for is there's a lot of good players, but not every good player
But they don't
fits.
fit your system.
They don't fit the system.
I see what you're saying.
And so find the right people that fit our system and our culture.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
James Landreneau, Cowgirls head softball coach, is with us. Man, the success you have had and the foundation you have built for this program is impressive, to say the least. And you're at it again. As we said earlier in the week, 33-15, 17-1 in the league. Shaylin Sanders, right?
Yep.
SLC pitcher of the week last week. What, 2-0, 2 saves. Again, senior maturity coming to the fore.
And I tell you what, she's a great example of, you know, Coach Robichaux years ago used to always talk about work while you wait. You know, and last year she
had a lot of good little quizzes.
He did, Coach Robichaux.
And Sanders is that. You know, she came in as a junior college infielder, and we converted her into a pitcher.
Wow.
And you know, just been working her tail off for the last couple of years, and now she's getting the bulk of the innings. You know, Vallejo went down, she kind of stepped into that role last week. She's 14 innings pitched, no earned runs. So I mean, it's outstanding. But she's kind of she's just constantly reinvented herself over the last 3 years, and now she's getting to reap the benefits. We all are getting the benefits of her hard work.
You know, one of the best ones from the late Robichaux from McNeese and UL was, I want players that are used to drinking out of the water hose and not out of the Gatorade Powerade bottle that the mommy gave them. I love that
Those are the old school ones, you know.
We all grew up, our generation grew up drinking water out of the hose.
You're right. And Coach Landreneau, you know, you know, when you look at, you know, years past and how McNeese women's softball has grown and how it's been really relevant, what do you see the future of women's softball here at McNeese? From where you've got it right now, Coach, it's at its best right now. I'm just going to be honest with you.
What's the hump?
What's
the hump?
I mean, for us, we got to win a regional, you know, and we knocked on the door last year, and I fell short. You know, bottom line is I thought we had a good enough team to do so, and I think we proved that we play on that stage. But I think we got to get over that. That's the hump right now. We've been to the finals. We're regional twice. I think we're nationally relevant now.
You know what that feels like.
We're getting respect, and the kids believe. I think it's putting it together and making it run and get us to a super. And you know, once you get to a super, you're 2 games away.
Wow.
And then you change your program. Forever.
Holy smokes, wouldn't that be cool? All right, everything seems to be leading to the final weekend against Southeastern.
Southeastern.
At your place. The 3-game series. Is it not? I mean, they're right there. They're right in the hunt again, you and Southeastern.
Yeah, and you know, if you want to look that far ahead, unfortunately, as a coach, I
know
can't.
you
I
can't.
can't.
You got UL Lafayette Wednesday night.
I mean, we're going to play Lafayette tomorrow night, and they're red hot right now. I spoke with the reporter earlier, and he kind of threw the record out since we met last time. Both teams are trending in the right direction. And it's always a battle with them, and that's what we hope for. We're lucky that we get to have them at our place. It should be an intense environment. Hopefully it's a regional type environment.
Yeah.
And then, you know, hey, Corpus has the pitch of the year last year. We can't, and that's the biggest thing with our players, making sure we stay focused on what's in front of us, not look beyond.
Never likes to look ahead.
Always. Coach Landreneau, that's just
James
the way he
Landreneau,
is.
head coach of the McNeese Cowgirls, who are blazing hot. We appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you always, Coach.
Good show, good program.
Love it.
Tells aren't going to go any faster. Okay, so that's later on in the week. Thanks for joining us here at the Sportsbook at LaBerge. We'll see you down the road, everybody.
Always a downer.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all: plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways, specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at LaBerge Lake Charles.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
I love being an adult because bringing a fruit platter to a party takes on a whole new meaning.
Don't tell anyone it's store-bought.
Simply Spiked. It's getting juicy.